Red Fort blast is now officially being classified as a terror attack. This declaration came after Prime Minister Narendra Modi chaired a crucial CCS meeting, followed by a separate huddle with Home Minister Amit Shah and National Security Advisor Ajit Doval. The Modi government has once again made it clear that it stands by its zero-tolerance policy on terror, vowing swift justice for the victims. An act of terror is an act of war. So what's next for the national capital, and what will be Modi government's next move? We'll ask these questions to our panelists who will be joining me shortly. But first up, the report.
Delhi is scarred, lives shattered, and make no mistake about it, the national capital is under the shadow of terror. It's a word that has been used officially by the government after the Cabinet Committee of Security met and issued a statement categorically condemning the Red Fort blast as an act of terror. After the meeting, Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw briefed the media, making the government's stand of zero tolerance to terror loud and clear.
The Cabinet reiterates India's unwavering commitment to a policy of zero tolerance towards terrorism in all its forms and manifestations.
The emphatic statement underscored the Prime Minister's focus on ensuring justice for the victims by holding another meeting with the Home Minister and the NSA right after the CCS meeting. Earlier, the Prime Minister, after returning from Bhutan, had gone straight to the LNJP hospital to meet the injured victims.
इसके पीछे के षड्यंत्रकारियों को बख्शा नहीं जाएगा. All those responsible will be brought to justice.
He walked through wards, personally spoke to the victims and their families, and gave them his reassurances. Doctors and officials updated him on the condition of those injured. Soon after the meeting, the Prime Minister vowed justice. As Delhi mourns and investigators tighten the net around the suspected white-collar terror module, the message from the Prime Minister is clear. Justice will be swift and terror will find no refuge. Bureau Report, India Today.
And Aishwarya Paliwal was tracking the CCS for us, and she joins us live. Aishwarya, the Cabinet has adopted a resolution, and it has said that the country has witnessed a heinous terror incident perpetrated by anti-national forces through a car explosion near the Red Fort on evening of 10th of November 2025. This is for the first time the government has said this is an act of terror. Of course, the indication was when the National Investigation Agency took charge of the entire investigation. When the Prime Minister and the Home Minister and National Security Advisor met after the CCS got over, what are you picking up? What exactly is going to be the response of the government?
Well, Maria, this is very, very important because now we are seeing a formal statement coming in from the government where they are saying that this isn't an act of terror. Now, whether they are pointing fingers at Pakistan or they are pointing fingers at other players, now that is something which we need to wait and watch. The next 24 to 48 hours, Maria, let me tell you, are extremely crucial. The government's response will be very swift. And that's the reason, even though Prime Minister Modi was in Bhutan, we did see how he was constantly being updated about the investigations back home by Home Minister Amit Shah. Constant reports were being given to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and all those reports and what has come to the fore so far, all those things were put in front of the CCS today. The members were told exactly what is happening. In fact, the meeting, let me tell you, the most crucial meeting of the day was the meeting that Prime Minister Modi had with Home Minister Amit Shah and with the NSA Ajit Doval. They almost sat for close to 30 minutes. The next course of action is now being looked at. What India needs to do to protect itself and a befitting response that needs to be given for what has happened right in the national capital is something that the government at the moment is working on.
Aishwarya, I really appreciate your time. Thank you for joining us.